Chapter 37, Official Notes of the Historical Council, Western Hemisphere, Year 108,000 PSA, Post-Second Alliance. While the laws of nature seem powerfully prejudiced against violating the temporal fabric, we think there's a strong case for once disrupted, time can be corrected. ODT CBC, pronounced odd take back. He bared his impressive teeth in a warm smile. This axiom sets up a fair analysis of time anomalies. The physics of the case are clear. You can look at the formulas. The huge screens behind his hologram were covered with said formulae. The speaker, world-renowned physicist and master leader, Howard Case, paced the formal talking policy stage and looked at the cameras with, "You have to agree with me," confidence. The arguments that our plans might disrupt reality are unscientific, thus ridiculous. I'm reminded of the concerns when we opened the Mega Collider 500 years ago, and that we would create micro-black holes and they would suck the whole Earth into them. Didn't happen, did it? These new fears are equally ridiculous. This is a great opportunity to test the fundamental law of nature. How often do we get that kind of chance? He had the power of casual persuasion natural to great leaders. Around the world, a record-setting 79% of the whole planet population was watching. Citizens of the perfect democracy were very active politically. Commentary and reaction were massive in the data clouds. Point and counterpoint, yeas and nays, all with great civility. Arguments from physics and arguments from metaphysics flowed copiously. Pure democracy in action. The vote was minutes away. Dr. Case's hologram held up his hands as if now surrendering and said, "The gear is assembled. In this place we have reproduced down to the finest detail the place where the engineer Daryl was temporally displaced. According to our very best time-space models, we will basically reverse all the polarities and sequences and undo this bizarre accident. Hopefully we will recover Mr. Streeter, but in any event we will heal the rift in the continuum that has caused so many power failures and media disruptions for so very long. The engineer and time techs have done a brilliant job of analyzing what happened in what was apparently a parallel history. As required in our Constitution, when potentially harmful to nature experiments are tried, I now put the issue to a vote. All in favor of proceeding, vote yes. All opposed, vote no." The formidable Dr. Case was the center of all system-wide media, and he was watching the vote meter, which all could see as well. "Persons voting, the PV. The PV is at a record 78%, said Case with visible gratification. "Of those participating, the yes vote is 92%. No, 8%. With a gross percentage of the population of almost 72%, yes, the issue is passed. Initiate the superconductors." Most in the world held their breath and watched as the large braided coil in the transparent tubular vacuum container writhed briefly before stabilizing as gigaamps were pumped into it. Brilliant purple and orange flashes strobed in and out of the replica of the ancient generating machine it surrounded as induction passed energy in and out of its rudimentary superconductors. The sound of the process was deafening, thunder-like crashes and banshee screams warbling. In the middle of the electric mayhem, a sphere of crimson reflectivity formed, pulsing with the instability of the moment. Then it popped, for all the world like a simple birthday balloon pops. Pop! A nearly nude man, curled in almost classic fetal position, rolled out of the disappearing sphere and onto the steel collar of the generator. All pyrotechnics stopped. The air was redolent with ozone, but the fireworks were over. "Daryl Streeter, I presume," said Dr. Case. The arriving person seemed too stunned to respond. He looked around, almost spastically, twitching as his eyes swept the room in startled appraisal. Dr. Case looked up from the man and at the various virtual reality cameras around the concrete chamber. "We seem to have recovered our time traveler, and the models are saying the time rift is healed." For a giant male lion standing erect, he looked like a very happy man. The human in the snakeskin diaper just shook his head and stared. The celebrations and thumbs up from around the world were infectious, and there was cloud-wide applause. Rare, that.